We begin with a live look. It's kind of deceiving. It is very cold out there this afternoon. Snow, more of it on the way, and a lot of it. Check it out, Spokane Parks and Rec posting this photo on Twitter. These are the waterfalls at Indian Canyon Park in West Spokane. As you can see, well, can you see? They are totally frozen. Absolutely. So that's why we're turning our attention to this. We are dreaming of warmer temperatures right now, along with a beautiful coastal view. This is Newport Beach, California.
Oh man, that looks good.
Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. First at 4, I'm Jane McCarthy.
And I'm Tom Sherry. We have a special broadcast today that we're calling Warm Up Winter.
Yes.
Why not? We're looking ahead to beautiful summer weather, the kind of weather that we enjoy here in the inland Northwest. But first, we need to deal with our present day weather, which is still winter. In the midst of all this cold, we are now tracking a substantial amount of snow headed our way. We have a winter storm watch right now in effect everywhere you see shaded in blue. This includes the lower Columbia Basin down into Oregon, obviously the Spokane area, portions of the panhandle of Idaho, and into areas of western Montana. I should say it's a winter storm watch. Winter storm watch is in effect through Saturday night. Could see heavy snow and also blowing snow. By Saturday, could see wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So again, this is going to be the light, powdery kind of snow that falls, and of course that is going to drift. A lot of drifting snow. Look at some of these snowfall totals we expect from Friday through late Saturday night. Could get 3 to 6 inches of snow in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Chelan and Wenatchee could get anywhere between 7 and 10 inches. 8 to 12 inches possible in Omak. Did I mention that we have a winter storm watch in effect? Moses Lake could get more than a half foot of snow, and of course blowing snow as well. Well, we've got 23 degrees right now here in the Spokane area. When you look at your day planner forecast, we're looking for an overnight low of 16 degrees. Snow will start after midnight tonight, maybe around 1:30 in the morning, and then we'll get snow in the morning. We could see 1 to 2 inches of snow Friday, with more snow on the way Friday night, and of course that will continue into Saturday. 19 the high on Saturday, lingering snow on Sunday, and 18. So that's why we're going to try to warm up winter at times through this broadcast.
Yeah, hang with us. We'll have a little fun. In the meantime, we have some news to get to. Starting with what's really a heartbreaking story. A Spokane man was on a walk with his dog when the dog was suddenly electrocuted. Yeah,
this sad and bizarre event all happened from an apparent malfunction from a heated sidewalk. Mark Hanrahan has the details.
Yes, good afternoon, guys. You guys mentioned it. The story, though, both bizarre and heartbreaking. Zach Harper says he was walking his dog Hank on a sidewalk outside Washington Trust Bank's parking garage on First Avenue this week. Just moments later, Hank appeared to suffer an electric shock, and sadly, he died minutes later. Harper said he thought Hank stepped on something. He says the building's manager rushed to help, but it was too late. Now Harper says he is sharing his story and hopes other dog owners can learn how to protect their pets.
So that was when I started to yell, I think it's something in the pavement. I think it's something in the pavement. He's being electrocuted. It's still just a tough reality to settle with, I guess, knowing that something like this could happen on a public sidewalk.
Well, Harper says he and his veterinarian believe Hank was electrocuted by a malfunctioning heated sidewalk, and they believe the salt on the sidewalk helped to carry the current. Washington Trust Bank and Avista also said the sidewalk is likely to blame. We talked with Harper, the bank, and workers at Avista to get the entire story. We'll have much more on this one coming up new at 5 tonight. Back to you guys.
Yeah, we're going to want to hear about that one. Wow. Well, all across America tonight, the 116th Congress is made up of a record number of women and moms. More than a fifth of the Congresswomen have children under the age of 18. So, with that in mind, House leadership on Capitol Hill wants to make the congressional calendar a little more family-friendly.
So that means fewer votes after 7 p.m. and more time spent in the home districts. Eastern Washington's own Kathy McMorris Rogers belongs to this group of women, and she has had 3 children since she was first elected in 2005.
When I first became pregnant, I was immediately put on a list of members that would potentially retire that cycle. I think for any working mom, having the certainty around the schedule makes a big difference.
Well, Florida Congresswoman Debbie Wasserman Schultz started an informal Moms in the House caucus last year. She says she wants to build what she calls a sisterhood of support. Well, when we think of cold weather, we often think about getting the sniffles, right? After all, it's called the common cold.
Yeah, so as we look ahead to warmer weather today, we want to verify a common saying. Does colder weather make you sick? And the short answer is, kinda. Our sources for this are researchers at Yale and the Pediatric Infectious Disease Journal. Researchers from both sources say, yes, colder air does make getting sick easier, but it really has nothing to do with your body.
Right, so researchers found that the germs that cause the common cold replicate faster and better in colder environments. Doctors also note the cold weather is not the specific reason you get sick. Again, it's just the germs. So the cold weather creates conditions that help those germs thrive. The conclusion is that cold temperatures and low relative humidity are favorable for spreading that nasty common cold.
And you're more likely to get sick in colder weather as well because your immune system tends to drop. Doctors say we have barriers in our bodies to fight off infection. Well, those cells actually shrink when it gets cold and dry, so the germs can get through more easily. So we can verify, yes, according to researchers, the colder air does make it easier to get sick.
Yeah, bummer.
Bummer.
All right. The cold is just now hitting us in the inland Northwest, the past several days. Last week, though, we were talking about the exceedingly cold temperatures in the Midwest during that polar vortex. So as we dream of warmer weather today, it looks like there are a couple guys who are doing the same thing. Look at that.
What is going on here?
Yeah, this is in the Midwest. They're not letting the cold stop them from catching some waves. And look at that.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. The pair spent the day in the water despite getting absolutely covered in ice as a result.
Yeah, they're surfers, by the way. So remember, as you look at these pictures, just last week, it was close to minus 60 degrees in this area. But the diehard surfers say they were wearing wetsuits made for this kind of weather.
Okay.
I'm not sure that really does exist. They also add that obviously this is not an activity for everyone.
Right, don't try this at home.
Yeah.
After the bitter cold across the region, many of us are looking forward to things to warm up for sure.
So let's look at the calendar to see just how long we have to wait for those glorious summer days that we enjoy here in the inland Northwest. So let's start by focusing on spring. It's really not that far away. 41 days to be exact. The first day of calendar spring lands on March 20th this year.
Now on to summer. There are a few dates we all look forward to before the actual first day of summer. The first one is a biggie for us here at KREM too. Tom's barbecue forecast surely means it's summertime. He'll grill up his first barbecue forecast in 105 days, just before Memorial Day.
So who doesn't think of Memorial Day weekend as the unofficial start to summer? Memorial Day is 109 days away, May 27th. Then there's the meteorological summer, which is the good months, June through August. June 1st is 114 days away.
Finally, the actual official start of calendar summer is on June 21st. That's a whopping 134 days away. Here's hoping those days fly by.
So that's all just around the corner.
Just around the corner.
Yeah.
Remember that when you're out this weekend and the snow is blowing in your face, and it's 19 degrees with a wind chill of, -1, and every time you pick it up and shovel it, it just blows right back at you. I'm telling you, this Saturday is going to be something. Ooh.